Let's talk about some John 3:16 for a second. As everybody knows, pretty much, God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, so nobody would have to perish and everybody could have everlasting life. Something like that. Maybe it's a nice, generous sentiment if you take it out of context, if you cherry pick it out of the Bible, where it's like, okay, there's a bunch of people, they're all going to burn in hell forever if somebody doesn't die. And I love my son so much, but I love all these other people for who they are. I'm gonna sacrifice my own kid, my only kid, to save all these people from eternal hellfire. And you think, oh, you're such a heartfelt, generous person to do that. Okay, well, in the context of the Bible, it really doesn't make any sense. All right? I mean, it barely makes any sense anyways, but it really makes no sense in the context of the Bible because, first of all, God is Jesus. Jesus is God. They're the same but different. All right, that is really retarded. Let's just not even touch that one. Let's move on. Yeah, it's like Jesus, they beat his ass and torture him and all this stuff and put him on a cross and kill him, and it's this horrible, horrible thing, and then he dies, and that's how much he loves everybody. Okay, so he had to go through all this and die, and it was this big sacrifice. I'm just wondering why it's a sacrifice. Because if you're a believer, then you believe that Jesus is alive today, right? He's alive somewhere, floating around. He's alive and he's coming back. So, if he's alive, then what sort of sacrifice was it? I mean, he went through this horrible torture session, right? But he's cool now. And he gets to rule heaven for eternity. I mean, it's not a bad trade-off, right? Doesn't sound like much of a sacrifice to me. And, why is his dad, or him, or whatever, required death and blood for people's screw-ups? It's like, oh, you messed up, this horrible stuff, so somebody's got to pay for it. Blood's got to spill. Somebody's got to die. I'm pissed. It sounds to me like the character of Sonny in The Godfather, the hothead. And you know what that got him? A bunch of bullet holes. But, anyways, that John 3:16, it is bizarre at best.